Welcome inside 302 Sports. We're back for another episode of 302 Sports Weekly. We've head south. We're down to the Dover Buffalo Wild Wings. Nick Alessandrini along my co-host tonight, Jason Winchell. Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I like coming out here to Dover.
We're very happy to be here, and we're again joined by our two other gurus here, and someone we haven't seen in a while, actually. Benny Mitchell. Wrestling season's got the most of him. Benny, welcome, and how you feeling?
Shady's back, look who's back. I'm feeling good. You know where you're at right now. You're not Dover.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, you're in wrestling country, all right? You're in wrestling country.
And I should know that, too, absolutely. And then also Mike Lang. Mike, how you doing?
Well, I'm in the presence of a guru, so
there.
Things are awesome.
We got three gurus on set right here. Everyone but me is a high school guru up to this point. We got a lot of stuff to get into, and we'll be handing out, remember, each week some 302 Sports promotional gear, and you just have to let your waiter or waitress know you're here to see the show for an opportunity at a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card. So if you're here, make sure you let your waiter or waitress know why you're here. Again, a $25 gift card could be yours. We got some great stuff tonight. We got both wrestling state champions in the house, Milford and Smyrna. Both you'll get a chance to talk to them in just a little while. But we're going to get it started with our recap from last week, St. E's and Sanford basketball, and what was a great game. Mike, tell us a little bit about that one.
Well, while I'm waiting for my video, it was Sanford, the high-flying Warriors. They played above the rim, unlike any other team in Delaware. St. E's did a great job trying to stay with them, some outside shooting, but Sanford, they get you inside with Njoku and Davis is inside and outside. They Ryan McKeon, and then they have the two Perkins, Hassan and Corey. They kill you from the outside. And there's got to be a weakness there somewhere, but it's hard to find.
Yeah, and then I've already seen the top plays for this week, so I know we have a couple examples you'll see in this highlight coming up. And Jay, I don't know if you had a chance to check out that St. E's Sanford game. Any thoughts you had on that one?
You can see why Sanford's number one. I mean, they just, like Mike said, too many weapons. It's going to be interesting to see if any team in the state can beat them on tournament time. I know there's a couple teams down here at Dover and CR that think they have a shot, so we'll see.
Absolutely, we'll see. And that takes us right into our recap, Mike, St. E's and Sanford.
Yeah, a little different setup here. We're going to the laptop for this one. So here we go from the St. E's Center. It was a packed house. Half of the game, it was a lot of fun. And here we go. Watch this opening tip. Oh, don't even try. Justin Money lets Sanford get that one, and we're off to the races. I'm a little ahead, so let's hold on. Jair Davis with the save there and lays it back in. That's the kind of stuff they did all night long, getting rebounds. Inside to Ryan McKeon, kind of the forgotten guy in that lineup. We go down the other end, and St. E's on the board. So we are off and running. And the Vikings stayed real close in this one, but how about into the corner? I'm going to say Perkins. That was Corey Perkins with that three-pointer. This is Hassan Perkins. Did I get him right or my backwards? Okay, they're good. And you're still there. From the corner, that's Nasir Brown. So you see the balls were flying early. Go to the other side. And that's also Nasir Brown. So St. E's hanging in there. They're down 4. Now they're down 1. But Perkins again from the corner. This is like the three-point land in the first half. Sanford ended up with 8 made threes in the game, all by the Perkins. That's Justin Money inside. He's quietly had a good year for the Vikings. They played a real tough schedule, Nick, and they've done a good job staying where they have. Here's a rebound, and that's going to be, it's going to go back to Sanford here. Another three-pointer, 25-20. This was the second quarter, by the way. Here we go. Back to the corner, right in front of the 1290 crew who was there, Busby and Sheehan. They got a good look at those guys all night long. Justin Money answers for the Vikings. And they're hanging in there. 28-23. Now it's a 9-point advantage. Inside to Nasir Brown. He had a good game. I think he had 18 points or so in that game. Chop Brown, Jordan from the outside to 3. Good to see him back and healthy for St. Elizabeth. Another lay in there for the Vikings. And they're holding tight. And this is the end of the half here, 36-30. We'll move to the second half. Sanford pulled away a little bit in the second half, but not until the end did they really get too far out ahead. But let's see some of the plays here. A block. We're going the other way. It's Nana and Njoku, and look out below. Boom! That's just the first one, Nick. We're going to see a couple more, I bet you. Another long-distance shot right in front of the bench. Now it's going to the other side. They hit from everywhere, and it's up to 14-point game. Another three-pointer. They can't miss. All right, that is Jordan Brown from the outside. He says, hey, I can make those too. Lead was 12. Now it's at 15. Jaden Dickerson drives the lane. Good play there by the sophomore. End of the quarter, it's a 13-point lead. And Sanford, you're going to see some plays here in the fourth quarter. How about that dish, Brian McKeon? Nice play there for the Vikings. How about this one, right? Here's the alley, and there's the oop.
Does anybody ever hit a headlock in any of these games?
Only if you're lucky.
Jaden Dickerson goes inside, he goes outside on that one. Ray Jones from the outside. So they got it to 13, but no closer than that. Look at this play here. Outlet, laid it up, and boom, you can't stop that. That's a high percentage shot. Jordan Brown's going to try. He's got another three. Good night for Chop. But it's all over but the shouting. We're going to see there's a two-pointer, and I believe we have the final nail in the coffin right here. Ahead to number 11. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I looked at it earlier. But that's going to do it. Final score, 76-54. And that is a wrap from the St. E. Center.
And again, if you were keeping track of that game last week, it was very close at the half, at the break, like you said. Sanford able to pull away as the game got later and later into that. But St. E's, I mean, returning state champs this year, not as much depth to graduate some guys, but how did they look?
I thought they looked okay, considering they were playing Sanford with all that height. And St. E's just don't have that height. They got great outside play with, especially with Chop Brown back in the lineup. Jaden Dickerson's given them some great play this year as a sophomore, and the Sear Brown's been scoring for them, but they just can't compete with that 6'7", 6'8", 6'7" down underneath. And Joker's got to be at least 6'8". Dave's 6'7". It's hard for them to compete inside. You see, when they're hitting inside, then you have the outside game with the Perkins brothers, cousins rather. You can't do it. So I guess St. E's props. They held close, but their 2-year winning streak over Sanford ended the other night.
Sanford, they're going to be a real tough team to beat. Playoffs again just around the corner, state tournament, if you will. But we're going to take a short commercial break here at 302 Sports. When we come back, we'll be joined by your Division II state champions, the Milford Bucks. They'll be in the house after the break.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
And welcome back inside 302 Sports Weekly. Again, we are live here from our Dover location. I'm joined now by Benny Mitchell. Benny, it's been a while since I got a chance to sit down and talk to you. How was the wrestling season? Yeah,
This was an outstanding, especially for 302 Sports. You know, the 10 matches we did, over 22,000 viewers this year on the 10 matches. And, you know, some of those were 4,000 or 5,000 view matches. So, and part of that was the outstanding wrestling that we covered this year. You know, we're talking 2 and 3 point dual matches. And, you know, matches that are coming right down to the last match. You know, and we're just there providing the coverage. Just the guys that we're getting ready to bring on that made it outstanding. So, with that said, we have tonight with us the Division II state champions 6 times in a row, the Milford Buccaneers, Coach Don Parsley, 113-pounder Jack Toady, 106-pounder Corey Messick, and 160-pounder Gage Coates. And first of all, one of the interesting things is that's 3 underclassmen sitting at the table today. So first of all, congratulations on your guys' championship this weekend. That's number 6 in a row. You're probably not aware of it, but that puts Milford, you're now tied for 3rd for the most state championships in state history. With 10, you're tied with Hodgson, you're tied with Smyrna. Tied with Smyrna. And you also tied Hodgson for the most consecutive
with
6 in a row. And there's 10, that's behind some good teams. That's St. Mark's with 12 and Cesar Rodney with 14. So you have pretty good company there. Let's, Coach Parsley, talk about just not the wrestling history, but now as the Buccaneers are among the top programs in Delaware history now with this 10th state title.
Well, again, if you look back to the 1980-81 season, Roy Rigby was head coach, and in 1980 he won 6 of the 12 state individual titles, which was a national record at the time. So our history really goes back there and really put Milford on the map as being one of the premier programs in Delaware. Had a little drop off. Of course, I've been around for 100 years and been able to establish a solid base and a rich tradition and history that was started in the 80s and carried on to now.
And for the 3 of you, as the season started, people were asking, and it was on the message boards, it was no secret, does Milford have enough to keep Caravel off? Because everybody knew Caravel has a young nucleus. And that was the start of the season. And then it was after you beat them, what can Caravel do to win a state title? So you'll have to give them this reference on the way home. You guys became the Rodney Dangerfield of Delaware wrestling this year, no respect. And then you guys came out and you dominated the Division II tournament. And I want to, at each one of you, how does it feel to just disprove your doubters? We'll start with Jack. How does it prove, all year long you guys were doubted, and how does it feel to win this title and disprove everybody?
It feels good to just be able to go out and show what we work on every day and how our hard work pays off.
Corey, same question.
Just keep going forward. Like we had the state title in focus, so we just kept our blinders on. That was the big goal for the whole year. So
engaged.
We were doubted, but I felt like our hard work and our focus, like you said, keep our blinders on. I felt like that was gonna lead us to the state title.
And we just mentioned a little while ago, 6 state titles in a row. That's, pretty much almost unheard of. I thought we had a pretty good team back at St. Mark's back then, and we never, did anything like that. How was it to be able to wrestle for such a historic program, or for a team that's won 6 state championships in a row?
It feels good to be able to carry it on because the people behind us and before we came up to high school, they started it, and it just feels good to really carry it through.
Yeah, it's been really, really cool because I used to go to the dual states and watch as a 6th, 7th grader, just watching the program, going to all the matches, and finally being a part of it was a great experience.
That's true. Finally being a part of it is a great experience. Like Corey said, I remember watching when I was in middle school, even my freshman year when I didn't attend Milford. It feels great now.
This weekend you head to the Henley Conference Tournament. It's going to be at Sussex Central. Coach, as you know, often referred to as the meat grinder. It's a tough tournament, end of the year tournament. It's your state qualifier. On the line here now is a good seed for the state tournament, a conference championship, and the team title. The conference team title was captured this weekend at the tournament. Last team from the South to win the tournament was 1995. These guys behind us, Smyrna. So it's hard for a Division II team to win this tournament. If you do, how do you change your mindset going from this team wrestling, dual meet wrestling, to a chance to get some individual awards and still win as a team? Does your mindset change? If not, how? If it does, we'll start with Gage this time.
Our mindset really stays the same. We stay focused, keep our blinders on, and we just move forward. I feel like even as a team, we just move forward, and individually we all focus. So I feel like it's good.
We'll go back to Corey.
I feel like that's just a bonus. Like, obviously we're out there wrestling for the team and individually, and just it's a bonus.
And Jack, finally.
Just like Corey just said, we always wrestle for each other, but even when we don't have to wrestle for each other, we still are there for each other all the time, and then wrestling for yourself is just a bonus, like I said.
And Coach, it seems like you got a special group of guys, especially a team, very successful. And I know the wrestling season's not over, still a lot to accomplish, especially individually. What is it about this team this year that kind of separated themselves from not only other teams, but everyone else in the field this season?
The question I get from my alumni is, what's your best team ever? And I don't like that question because they're all the best team ever. But this group really separates themselves, and I can tell you that they're the best coached team I have ever had. Now, what does that mean? That sounds almost arrogant, like they're the best coach team you ever had. Well, you're the coach. That's not what I mean. What I mean is these guys have invested in guys like Benny Mitchell who run the Headlope and Hammers, and they train full time. So when they come to me, they come with a skill set that's different than any other team that I've had, which allows me to advance them to even another level. So what we've done is we've worked really hard. We've changed our mindset. We're grateful for every day. We're grateful for every opportunity. We want a chance to compete. We want a chance to display our wares. And at the end of the day, all we're going to do is what we do every day. And as a consequence, most of the time we're going to be at the top of the barrel. And as the season unfolded, we wrestled some really tough matches. We have a really good schedule. We have the Division I guys. We wrestle some big tournaments, and our guys have responded on every occasion and in every challenge. And as we go through the process, that's what we try to do every day.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Coach. As these three guys know, we just call that hammer time. So, last question for you, Coach Parsley. This year, it could be a tight three-way race for the tournament title, which is the Henley Open Conference title. This year, this has been a special year. There's been a lot of close matches, a lot of hotly contested matches. It's been memorable, maybe one of the most memorable seasons that I recall, and I've been following the Henley Open Conference for a long time. Talk about the potential for this exciting finish on Saturday night. There's three teams that legitimately have a shot at the tournament title: you, Smyrna, and Caesar Abbey.
Well, you mentioned it earlier when you talked to the guys. The reality is this: when we get into tournaments, we don't have a tournament champion at our state championship meet. And I've never, as the coach, even when I've had teams that were competitive, go into the Henley Open Conference Tournament Championship and put pressure on them to win for the team. This is now all about individual achievement. And as we have done all year long, we're going to go out there, we're going to compete, we're going to put our best foot forward, we're going to do everything we can to win. But I'm not going to put a kid's individual success in front of team success in a tournament that doesn't matter. And it does matter. But I'm not going to have somebody take a risk to go for a pin and find themselves on their back and lose a match that they should have won and potentially lose a state tournament seed. So first and foremost, it's about the individual. And after you take care of business, if we can get the bonus points, if we can get that extra situation, then we're going to try to do it. If you look at us historically for the last 3 years, we pin over 65% of our wins. So if we win 10 matches, we have almost 7 pins per 10 wins. So we're not going to do anything any differently, and we're not going to put extra pressure on the kids to go out there and perform, because now it's about individual success and putting themselves in the best position to qualify for the state meet and to get that high seed so they can have that individual achievement at the state level.
But do you not agree this potentially could be the most exciting conference tournament in a long time?
Well, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, obviously, Smyrna is outstanding. Caesar Riding has some great individuals, and we have a solid nucleus as well.
And one last question for you guys, Corey, Jack, and Gage. So you just made weight. What's your go-to meal, or what are you getting in your system before you head out to the mat? Just stepped off the scale. You're running back to hang out your.
Off the scale?
Yep.
A bag of powdered donuts and strawberry things.
All right, you love that.
All right, I'm a little different. Wawa pretzel, Cliff Bar, and then a Body Armor.
All right, there we go.
Definitely a Wawa sub and then strawberry milk.
Awesome. Again, well, thank you guys.
And my pre-match meal?
Yes.
I don't eat on match day.
Yeah.
I respect my wrestlers and what they have to do. So actually, I eat early in the day, and I probably don't eat till midnight when the tournament night's over.
Awesome. And again, thank you guys so much for joining us here tonight, again, for coming on the show. Your Division II state champions, Milford Buccaneers. Again, congratulations to you guys. You know that we're going to take a short break here. When we come back, we'll be joined by Division I champs in Smyrna here live from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the Culinary Coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the Culinary Coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the Culinary Coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the Culinary Coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began its Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began.
Hey, welcome back to 302 Sports. Benny Mitchell here, and now we've talked to the Division II state champs. Now we have the Division I state champs, the Smyrna Eagles. And with us tonight is JT Davis, 182-pounder, Coach Aaron Harris, Jackson Alchokachi, hardest name in wrestling, but I got it, 125-pounder, 126, Joey Natacola, 120, and 138-pounder Nick Natacola. Coach, one thing I noticed is you brought the big guns tonight. These are some number one ranked guys, some threes. You know, Jackson's going to jump back into rankings after his win. Talk about this group as these four and what they mean to your team this year.
Our team's definitely grown together as a team over the past couple months, but this is the core right here. Guys rally around. You know, if you watch our dual meets, you'll see who the leaders are, and they're sitting right here.
And let's start right off. Winning Division I state title. Again, just like Milford, you guys, that's the 10th title. That's a three-way tie now for third in the state for the most state titles. You know, it's a big company to be in. That's Hodgson, and that's you guys in Milford. Talk about how it feels to be part of you guys, about being part of this legacy that goes back to before you were born. You know, with Smyrna winning their first state title back in the early 90s. And, you know, you guys have probably heard the names, but you never got to see them wrestle. But you're just a part of that legacy. We'll start with you, JT.
It feels pretty good. A little bit of pressure on you, but it's exciting to get to go out there and be a part of it.
Jackson.
It means a lot. It means a lot when you see like the older guys always at the dual meets, like EB and like all the old coaches and stuff always hanging around. Like they're always at the home meets and stuff. It's always good to see them and then know what you're wrestling for, know who you're wrestling for.
Joe?
It's really a privilege. It's like I always been part of the church. It's so great, and I'm just thankful for being part of it. Yeah, it's awesome. We're just like one big family because how close we are. Just the town of Smyrna and like just its culture and stuff. Wrestling.
And Coach, I'm not letting you off the hook. Evie, Lloyd, Dolan, Howell, and now Harris. Talk about how that sounds.
It's funny that you talk about that because just today, all 7 coaches from dating back to Ron Eby in 1965 got together and we took some photos. And these guys were in the weight room lifting, and they came in and talked to them. So they got to talk to history today, all the way back to the 60s.
Okay. Early in the season, you guys were putting out. I couldn't figure out what lineup was coming next week. I know you were covering for some injuries and guys trying to get the certification weight and stuff like that. And you were surviving early in the season. And then you had the loss to Cape and Lopen, which could have been devastating, but you guys recovered from it, went down to Virginia Duels. Talk about how this team came together. You know, each of you, I want to hear how this team came together. That loss could have ended some people's season. It didn't end yours.
Well, to be honest, right up until Caesar Rodney, the first time we wrestled him, we didn't have a full team all year. And, you know, we were holding it together with glue. You know, but I was asking these guys to step up and get some big points where not necessarily they were supposed to. So, you know, getting ready to go down to Virginia Duels, we lost to Cape. Cape did a great job beating who we presented that night. But we had a talk in the locker room, talked about, you know, there's no way that we should be losing in this state when we're getting ready to go take on teams like Nazareth and Erie Cathedral Prep. And these guys, you know, rallied around that and pulled it together. And since that Cape loss, we've been quite a different team.
And Jackson, I think you were the only one who was on the mat that night. I think you 3 were all out, if I'm not mistaken. And talk about how that, I mean, you're on the mat, you take this loss to Cape and Lopen, you drop big time in the rankings. Talk about how you felt as a wrestler and how you had, as a senior, how you get this team back on track to head down to Virginia Duels.
I mean, obviously we knew we had people out, but you can't really blame it on that. It's next man up if somebody's down. And really it was kind of just like an eye-opener. We had a lot of uncertainty in the room, whether somebody was going to try or if we wanted to have certain people like we're going to step up when we needed them to. And that was really like the match where it kind of turned everything around and everybody realized that they were all in for the rest of the year.
And you mentioned Virginia Duels. I mean, not a lot of teams get to, you know, participate in Virginia Duels just to be able to go there and wrestle some great teams there. How does a tournament like the Virginia Duels kind of prepare you for coming back in state and maybe coming down to the wire in some of these state duel meets?
Just put you on the big stage so that you're not as nervous when we're in the state finals. We're going to the last couple matches. We've already been there before. We've wrestled top teams in the country. We're just prepared for anything. It really makes you have to step up so that you go out there and give it your best.
It just like gives you like an outlook on competition and shows you where you're at. Like I wrestled a kid down there, placed a beast twice, and he beat me like bad. And it just shows you kind of like where you're at, where your mistakes are, what you need, like things you need to work on, and just like gives you a perspective. Because like kids like JT are like super dominant, like in state, and then you go to a place like that, and JT's got to work for all of his wins. You know what I mean? So it just like gives you something to build on always.
Like JT said, it takes away nerves when you come back in state. That's like in the finals dual-meet, I knew I needed to be 6-foot team. I've been in bigger stages than Delaware State dual-meet finals, and it just takes the pressure.
And finally, Nick.
You're just wrestling the best of the best, and it's just making you a better wrestler. It just takes the nerves off you when you come back to Delaware.
All right, let's talk about the upcoming conference and state tournament. 2 of you are ranked number 1. The other 2 are ranked a little lower, but you're in the rankings, and with some pretty tough opponents to get by, to get to to meet the same goals as these guys. What do you have to do to get? What do you have to do to get it done to win a conference title and get seeded good to get a chance at a state title? You already have one state champ has a title. You've been in the finals. Talk about what you're going to do, what it takes this week.
At the end of the day, when it comes down to seedings, really don't matter. You got to be the best in the tournament, regardless of what you're seeded. But I won the title. You just got to work. You got to want it. It's the meat grinder. Whoever got a place there to get to the tournament.
All right. Nick, you've been on the top of the podium before. Talk about what you're going to go back to. What's going to be your mental and training regimen for the next week and a half?
Just getting my mind right is the biggest thing. I'm ready. Like, we had a whole season before, so I should be at my peak. Just getting my mental state right and just being ready to win.
Jackson 126 is going to be crazy. We only rank 6, but there's 8 guys that can go at 126. Talk about your next week and a half, your mental and the physical preparation.
Whoever I got put in front of me, it's got to go out. That's all it is. I mean, I know I'm the best kid in the weight. I know I can beat any kid in the weight on any given day. It's just about showing up and not being inconsistent. That was something I had to work on all year. Was not showing up really. Like, if I wrestled somebody maybe a little lower competition than me, I kind of wrestled down to them, and I can stay consistent throughout the year. But I've worked on it a lot. I'm not really worried about it. I'm just ready to compete.
And JT, you've been carrying the target since day one, number 1 rank, and now here comes the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I just gotta go out there, just gotta wrestle, do my thing. If I do that, I should be fine. Do myself.
And guys, I'm gonna ask the same question to you guys that I asked the Division II state champs. You guys are just all made weight. You're getting off the scale. What do you got? What's your go-to meal? What are you gonna eat? What are you gonna get in your system before you head out on the mat?
That's something I'm glad to talk about.
Gotta go with a meatball sub.
Meatball sub is the way to go.
Oh, okay, too.
I'm probably buying all the Wawa.
Well, you got 2 Wawas in Smyrna, so you're all good, right?
And Coach, just for you too. What's your? You have like a regimen on match day? Anything you do in particular, eat-wise, or anything that you like to do?
I drink water.
There we go. Got to stay hydrated, right?
Yeah.
And Coach, last question, the same one I asked Coach Parsley. This has the potential to be one of the most exciting conference tournaments in a long, long time. We see a team dominate. Sometimes we've seen 2 teams battle. The conference title, for some reason, is done at the tournament now, and there's 3 legit teams that can make this thing exciting. Talk about just the excitement going into this weekend, because it could potentially be a real battle, a real race for the title this year.
I mean, it is exciting. I can remember, and I'm sure you remember 20 years ago competing in that actual atmosphere and battling with other teams for that title where there was no clear front runner. So, I'd much rather go into battle with this group of guys and really have to fight and work for something than go in and blow every team out. So I like the competition. Coming into Smyrna, I'm very proud of these guys because from the moment I stepped foot in, they bought into what I was selling, and they've continued to do that. So I have all confidence in the world that we're going into Hill Open and coming out as champs and with several individual champions.
And I have to note, I think you may be the only coach in Delaware history to have titles in 2 different states. I can't think of another coach that you won one down in Florida and you came up here and you got one this year. So congratulations. Congratulations to the Smyrna Eagles. Good luck this weekend. We'll see you there. And folks, we'll be right back with more 302 Sports.
Short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations. From Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations. From Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
And a special thanks to our two state champ wrestling programs here, Smyrna and Milford, for joining us here live on the show. And another reminder that the Henlopen Conference semifinals and finals matches will be streamed live here on 302 Sports. Benny Mitchell will be running that show, so if you're interested, make sure you check that out this weekend. And now it's time to head to the hardwood, where we're going to get started with girls basketball. And Jay, we've got some conference champions.
Yes, we do. Flight A, Hodson. Flight B, Howard. Catholic, St. Elizabeth's Vikings. Diamond State, Conrad. Henlopen North, Cape Henlopen. Henlopen South, Woodbridge. And Independent is Sanford.
And then just quickly, real quick, Jay and Mike. Jay, I'll start with you. When you look at those conference winners, anything surprise you? Anything stand out right off the bat?
Not really, kind of how we expected it this year. It was definitely a down year as far as like Ursuline and the Catholic Conference, so you kind of figured it was going to be St. Elizabeth's there. Henlopen South, Woodbridge, undefeated this year, so they're good. And Cape Henlopen winning the Henlopen North. Normally it's Sussex Tech or Sussex Central, and this year Cape Henlopen did it. So congratulations to the Vikings.
Yeah, Mike, anything stand out to you when you look down at these conference champions?
No, not really. Woodbridge being undefeated. You know, they had a good team. They were a good team last year, but they really put it all together this year. The Flight A champion was Hodgson, right? Hodgson, Flight A. Finally got a chance to see them play, and they're a pretty good team. No real surprises, though. Surprises on the other end, as far as like teams that are in contention that we'll talk about, that maybe I didn't expect to be there. But the champions are not really a surprise.
And you led me right into my next point as our recap of the week as we break down last week's great games. And one of the great ones from last week was St. Elizabeth's and Hodson. Jay, we'll start with you. St. E's getting the win at the buzzer. Number 13 in the state. How was that game? It seemed like a thrill.
Yeah, Mike could probably speak more about it than me. I got there with 5 minutes to go after the Goldie games. But it was a great game. Hodson actually had the lead late in that game. St. Elizabeth were able to come back, eventually tie it. Got the ball with 8 seconds left and set up just one of the greatest game-winning shots I've ever seen. I know a lot of fans in the gym were like pulling and passed it back to Mayo, and she was like 30 feet from the basket. What are you with 1 second left? But she knew exactly what she was doing, and like Mike said, she didn't have a shot at all. So she was definitely had to look for the pass. The question was Mayer going to get the shot off in time? She did, just in the nick of time, buries it, and a big win for St. Elizabeth. And like Mike said, Hodson's a good team. It was a good win to see them win on their home floor like that.
Yeah, what really stood out to me was Caleb Braxton Young from Hodgson. You know, she's got a good supporting cast around her, but she's the girl on that team. I mean, St. E's knew she was going to shoot. They knew she was going to drive, and they couldn't stop her. She scored 29 points. She shot from outside. She drove the lane. She's a good passer. She got a little bit of help from some of the other players. Treasure Baskerville had 9 or 10 points, but it was really that is Caleb Braxton Young's team, and I'm glad I got a chance to see her. It's a shame she's not going to be around next year in the high school level because she's something else. And she had her and Mayo back and forth. She had a fantastic game, and Chris Jones does a great job at Hodgson. He has them in contention every year. Every year. They lost Janiyah Perkins Jackson. Yeah, we saw her at Diamond State, and he's still got a team. They're 14-4. That's a good team.
Absolutely, and then you're going to get a chance to see St. E's in action again this week. Looking down Friday, on paper, should be maybe one of the best games of the year. Mike, I'll start with you here. St. E's and Conrad. That should be a doozy on Friday.
Well, they played twice last year. First off, Conrad has ended the last 2 seasons for St. Elizabeth in the playoffs, so that's and you know that's in their mind. Last year we streamed the game at St. Elizabeth with a game-winning shot for St. E's for Bernard Mayo. You know that's in Conrad's mind. They want to tell everybody who's boss. It should be so much fun on Friday night. It's going to be the place to be if you're a basketball fan on Friday night, prime time. I'm excited. I can't wait for Friday night to get here. It's not just these are teams that are loaded with talent, and St. E's is playing as well as anybody. Conrad, they know they have all that talent. It should be a great one.
Jay, what do you expect at number 3 versus number 1? You can't really get much better than that. Again, yeah, they played a couple times this year. What do you expect to see Friday night from these 2 teams?
Yeah, and what I like about this game, it's a week before the state tournament gets ramped up and ready to go. So it's towards the end of the season, so you can see where you are as a team when you play against these top teams. And so it's going to be a good one. It's at Conrad. St. Elizabeth won in the regular season last year, like Mike said, but I think both these teams, as we get into, which was way too early, a little bit later, I'll tell you that I think that game is going to be determined who gets the number 1 seed this year. I think the winner of that will get the 4 points, and I think the winner of that game will be the 1 seed. So I think there's a little bit more on it if you want that top seed in the tournament.
Again, that matchup Friday night, number 1 versus number 3, 6:45 live, right here on 302 Sports. And then on Monday, Friday you had 1 and 3, and on Monday you get 2 and 4. Sanford at Caravel Monday night, 7:15. We'll also have that game live here on 302 Sports. But I mean, another one on paper, 2 versus 4, Caravel and Sanford should be another spectacular matchup, Mike.
You know, if you like girls basketball, that first off, if you haven't seen Sanford, it's tough. They play a lot of out-of-state games this year. And their independent conference games have been on the lopsided side. All of their better games are tucked into these last 2 weeks of the season. So they played Ursuline tonight. They've got a point guard, Lauren Park. I can't believe she's graduating. She's finally going to graduate. Olivia Tucker, a 3-point gunner. It's going to my alma mater, St. Bonaventure, next year. I had to mention that because Liv's probably watching. They have Allie Kubek, like 6'1". She's an inside-outside player. Sam Pollock, the center. They got talent up and down their starting lineups. And Caravel, we know how deep they are. So it should be a really good one. Caravel, they're tough at home. They're tough anywhere. And then when we get back to the final again this year and win one for that school.
Jay, I mean, like I said, 2 great teams, number 2 versus number 4, Sanford and Caravel. Going at it Monday Night Live here on 302 Sports. What stands out to you with that matchup? What are you going to be looking for?
To me, I would like to see Caravel. To them, they've lost to St. Elizabeth's, they lost to Conrad. This is their last chance to get a win against a top 4 team. They're going to get a chance against Sanford, coming to their gym. It's their first home game this year against a top-ranked team like Sanford. So I think for them, it's going to be important to get out to a good start. They really had a great start against St. Elizabeth's and weren't able to hold it, but this time, maybe in their home gym, they can pull it out.
Absolutely. Again, 2 great games to look out for here live on 302 Sports. Friday night, 6:45, we'll bring you number 3 St. E's and number 1 Conrad. Mike and Jay will be on the call. And then Monday night, number 2 Sanford and number 4 Caravel, 7:15. Both of those fantastic games will be provided to you here by us here at 302 Sports. And with that, will lead us right into, you mentioned it earlier, Winchell's way too early basketball selection talk. But a different topic this week. We took some questions by the fans over social media, and we let our gurus, Mike and Jay, have at it. So we're going to get started with our first question of the night. Jason, I'll start with you here. How many Henlopen teams do you see making the tournament?
Well, there's 6 for sure. Cape, Sussex Tech, Sussex Central, Polytech, Woodbridge, Lake Forest. Then there's 3 on the bubble teams, Dover, Delmar, and Indian River. I only see Dover of that group making the tournament, so I see 7 teams from the Henlopen North in there. I mean, from the Henlopen Conference in there.
Mike, any difference there, or do you see maybe those 7 teams also?
Well, I think definitely the 6 teams are getting in. I'm not so sure about Dover. They would need some help. They need to win. They can play Paddle, I think, tomorrow. And, these are games they have to win. I thought maybe Seaford had a shot, but I don't think they have enough bonus points to get in. They are 10-9. It's a good year for the Blue Jays. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. I like the 6 teams from the Henlopen, North and South combined.
All right, Jay, now this question here. Can the defending state champs in Conrad grab the top seed this year in the state tournament?
Yes. If they win out, I see the Red Wolves grabbing the top seed. They have 2 more 4-point wins possible on their schedule with St. Elizabeth and St. Thomas More. So if they can win those 2 games, I think they can leapfrog St. Elizabeth. Like I said earlier, I think whoever wins that St. Elizabeth Conrad game is probably going to grab the top seed this year.
Mike, you same feeling there?
Yeah, I'm just looking at some points that were projections that were put up online over the last couple days. The only ones that are really close, other than that, is St. Thomas More, and I just don't know that they're going to be able. They'd have to. With St. E's and Conrad playing each other, that's a 4-point win for whoever wins. I think it's going to be too much to overcome for anybody else.
And earlier in this segment, we talked about our conference champions. Hodson, they were your Flight A champs. Mike, I'll lead with you here. Where do you see Hodson being seeded next Friday after taking over the Flight A championship?
I think they sneak in with a bye. The number like 7, 8, somewhere right around there. This is a strange year because Jason and I were talking about this earlier. A lot of these teams have played a lot of these showcase games. So some of the best teams are not going to be in that top 8. You're looking at teams with 7 losses, possibly 8 losses, that are really, they're going to be down in that 9 to 12 range, but they're really among the top teams in the state. So Hodson, with all these wins and a Flight A that's getting some points, they're going to get in there. I think they're going to have a bye, and they're going to be a tough out for whoever plays them.
Jay, I'll switch it up for you here. The Henlopen North champs were crowned. Cape Henlopen, they're your Henlopen North champions. Is there a chance they can grab a top 8 seed come tournament time?
Yes, I think a win over St. George's Tech on Friday night would help because that's going to possibly become a 4-point win for them. They have enough 4-point wins on their schedule, beating Lake earlier this year, Sussex Tech a couple times. So they got enough 4-point wins on their schedule and enough bonus points, I think, to grab a top 8 seed. but I would like to see them win that game against St. George's Tech on Friday night, because that will help, because they're sitting right at the bubble right now.
And just so Nick, St. George's won again tonight, so they're guaranteed that's their 15th win. They're a 4-point win for Cape if Cape can get by them.
So like you said, pay attention to that game on Friday night. And then Mike, another question for you here from our fans. How many Diamond State Conference teams will make the tournament next week?
This year, I'm going to go with 3. It might only be 2. Conrad, absolutely. Yep. Wilmington Charter now 12-6. They're going to be in. Charter's had a really good year. They're a young team. They're fun to watch. They're going to be in. Wilmington Charter is going to be in. Archmere is right on that edge. They should be, but it's going to be close for Archmere. And I don't think Newark Charter is going to have enough to get over that hump.
Gotcha, Jay.
I think Archmere and Newark Charter are both on the bubble right now. If they can win their remaining games, they both could sneak in, but definitely just 2 for sure in Conrad and Wilmington Charter. The other 2 are going to have to win out.
And can you see any of the top 4 teams in your rankings? And Jay, I'll start with you. The top 4 teams in our 302 rankings right now, do you see any of them meeting in the semifinals based off how it would be seeded?
Well, that's the thing, like me and Mike were saying, the showcase games. So I don't see Caravel in the top 4 seed range. So I could potentially see them playing a Conrad or a St. Elizabeth in the quarterfinals, which would really stink, because I think the top 4 teams are by far the 4 best teams in the state so far this year.
Yeah, and not just Caravel, Sanford may also be outside that top 4. They might have to play, a Sussex Tech, or they may have to play St. Andrews and Conrad somewhere in the quarters. It's going to be interesting next Friday when we get the reveal, where they end up. But I think Sanford and Caravel could be facing one of these other top 4 teams, and it's really top 4, and then everybody else is kind of a notch below. They could be playing each other, which would be a shame, but that's how it goes.
Definitely could happen. Then Jay, we'll round it out with you. Last question here. Any team with a losing record have a chance of making the state tournament?
Well, there's a lot of teams on the bubble with 500 records, or right around 500 records, that finish with losing records. I'm going to go with Dover and Padua. Those 2 teams play each other tomorrow. The loser could finish with a losing record, and I think both of those teams would make the tournament based off bonus points.
Well, there you have it. That's our wrap-up on the girls' hardwood here. Again, your conference champions are listed above. You can check out those on our website, 302sports.com. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, it's men's action here in basketball in the state of Delaware on 302 Sports.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. He began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 homebuyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time homebuyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began.
And welcome back inside 302 Sports. We're down at our Dover Wrestling Country Buffalo Wild Wings location here, and joined by Mike Lang and Jason Winchell. We're here to talk some boys basketball here in the state of Delaware. And Jay, just to get started, we crowned some conference championships here as well.
Yeah, so I want to put as conference winners or leaders because some haven't been clinched yet. Flight A, St. George's Tech currently leads. All they have to do is win out. They'll grab the Flight A championship. Flight B, AI DuPont and Glasgow are tied. AI DuPont has the head-to-head win over Glasgow, so a win over Howard on Monday will clinch it for the Tigers. Diamond State, Archmere, they currently are tied with Newark Charter. If they beat Wilmington Charter tomorrow and finish tied with Newark Charter, they win the conference. If they lose to Wilmington Charter tomorrow, Newark Charter wins the conference. Henlopen and North, Dover, they've already clinched. Henlopen and South, Lake Forest and Milford are tied. They split their head-to-head meeting, so I think they're going to have a one-game playoff to determine who plays Dover in the Henlopen Championship. So stay tuned for that. And Independent Sanford, I don't think anyone can catch them.
And we got some great games coming up this week. Newark Charter and Caravel, that's tomorrow at 7 p.m. or 7:15 p.m. on Fox Sports 1290 and here at 302 Sports. You can catch that live stream again, 7:15. Newark Charter and Caravel, and then Del Castle at number 6 St. Mark's. The Spartans coming off that big win last Friday night. That game Saturday 12:30 on Fox Sports 1290 and here at 302 Sports if you're looking for that live stream. And then number 9 William Penn travels to take on Smyrna. That game Tuesday 7 p.m. again with Fox Sports and us here at 302 Sports. So if you're able to check out those streams, there you have it. And you see our top 10 on our website and on our Facebook here at 302sports.com. And with that, we roll right into our way too early basketball selection talk. Jay, I'm going to get started with you. Got some questions from the fans here. Starting right now, can anyone catch Sanford for the top seed?
No, maybe Dover, but I think Sanford's strength of schedule gives them the top spot. Dover will probably go 20-0 and just fall short of catching Sanford, but right now Sanford has a comfortable lead in my way to early predictions.
And Mike, another question for you. You got the chance to see St. E's up close and personal not too long ago. What are the odds that the defending state champs get in the tournament this year?
It's a little dicey right now. They're 9-9. They could do themselves some favors with 2 more wins. It's not a sure thing. It's tough. That's a good team. Yeah. They play a really tough schedule, and they play without their point guard for most of the season. But I'd feel much better if I was Matt Rubicam with 2 more wins on my schedule.
Absolutely. And Jay, how many Blue Hen teams do you see making the tournament?
I see, right now I see 7, possibly 8. But Appoquinimink, AI DuPont, Glasgow, Newark, Mount Pleasant, St. George's Tech, William Penn, and Concord. Concord is the team on the bubble, but I think a strong conference and playing teams like Slasianum and St. Elizabeth and other teams like that. Dover, they played Dover this year, so I think their schedule is strong enough that I think they will get in, even though they're on the bubble right now.
And Mike, another question here. Any surprise teams that you see not making the tournament, but maybe having a winning record come tournament?
Well, let me take a quick peek here. With a winning record, not making it. Yeah, I was looking at one. Possibly Wilmington Friends. They might not make it. It's going to be close. They are 10-8 currently, so they could end up over 500. I think that would be the surprise. There are some teams that are over 500 that probably won't make it. But if you ask for a surprise team, maybe the Quakers.
And then Jay, how many independent conference teams will make the tournament next week?
2, Sanford and Tower Hill. They're the definites. Friends is on the bubble, like Mike says. I think they'll be outside looking in. They had a nice win against AI yesterday, and they face Sally's tomorrow. So a win against Sally's could make it very interesting. But like Mike said, they're probably going to have to win out and get some help.
And then Mike, do you see any teams maybe with losing records that are going to get in the state tournament?
Yeah, it's looking a little iffy for the ones I've been looking at. It's, possibly. I just don't think St. E's. I don't think if they finish 9-11, I don't think they're getting in. And I'm just looking at some of the other teams here. I just don't see it. I think you're going to need at least a 500 record to get in this year.
And then Jay, we're in Henlopen country. So how many Henlopen teams do you see making the tournament?
I got 7. Dover, CR, Sussex Tech, Woodbridge, Lake, Milford. Cape is on the bubble. I think with their strength of schedule, they will be in and will probably be seated right around the 24. So I think that's 7 teams I can see getting in there for the Henlopen.
I think Delmar has a shot.
Delmar team to keep an eye on again. some great streams coming up this week on 302 Sports. Newark Charter and Caravel tomorrow, 7:15 p.m. Delcastle and number 6 St. Mark's Saturday, 12:30 p.m. And then number 9 William Penn at Smyrna Tuesday at 7 o'clock. You can catch all those games right here on 302 Sports. And I've also got some shout-outs here. Wesley College Junior guard Brian Cameron, you may know from DMA, was named to the D3Hoops.com National Team of the Week. Congratulations to Brian Cameron, the former DMA grad. And then Trevon Duvall from Sanford scored his first points in his career for the Milwaukee Bucks. You've seen him, he's actually looking pretty good out there with Dante, who's up there in Milwaukee as well. So congratulations to Trevon Duvall, and good luck to him the rest of the NBA season. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to dive right into everyone's favorite part of the week. It's Top Plays here on 302 Sports.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image open for
Where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
And welcome back inside 302 Sports. It's time to dive into our top 10 plays. Getting it started with the Spartans at number 10, Friday night, the Sean Locke 24 Memorial Classic. JJ Pazinska for the Spartans. I had the liberty of graduating with his brother. You're going to see here, put the defenders up, let him go by, then finish for 2. Great move there by JJ Pazinska.
That was a flyby.
The Spartans got the win. Now Jordan Nasuti. Jay, we've done a couple Caravel games here. Here he's going to turn the defense into offense, pick the pocket, and then throw it down with 2 hands.
That was highway robbery.
Jordan Nasuti with a great camera angle there as well. Number 8, Mike, you mentioned him multiple times. Corey Perkins and Sanford. He can hit the deep ball here. He gets it in the corner, winds up, lets it fly, takes the contact, the foul, and knocks it down. A chance for the 4-point play. Corey Perkins and Sanford, they got the victory. And Sanford sticking with it for our 7th play as well. Jair Davis, we all know him. Here he is going to fight for the loose ball here. Comes up with it and just throws it down again. 2-hand, another 2-hand flush for Sanford. You might see another as well. Right on to number 6, Justin Money. He's been on the top 10 plays quite a few times this year. Here you see him doing it for St. E's. Get that block here. Pins it up against the glass. Great move, Justin Money. You can do it on both
ends. Get that out of my
house.
house.
And then Ryan McKeon. Watch this shot. I had to watch this one twice. You're going to see him here going back. Transition defense. Get that out of here. Great elevation, puts that shot to the stands. And then Perkins again. We're going to see our first chance of Nana Njoku. They're going to connect here. Corey Perkins with a little dribble drive. Throw it up to him. The big man flushes it down. Again, Sanford, another big-time win. They're looking good come tournament time. And then now for the St. E's side, Jordan Brown missed the beginning of the season, or most of the season with that injury. He's back for the Vikings here, putting the defender on skates. A nice step-back triple for Jordan Brown. St. E's, but it wouldn't be enough. Then Sanford, Ryan McKeon again. You saw him earlier with the block, and you saw Njoku with a dunk. Here they're both going to do it. McKeon with the block, leading it the other way, and then Njoku caps it off on the offensive end. Another throw down for him. Sanford, they might have dunked 20 times in that game.
Yeah.
And then number 1, we talked about it. Here she is, Bernia Ward-Mayo. Seconds coming off the clock here. Not much time left. The Vikings trying to get something to do. Good pass back here. Deep 3 for Ward-Mayo at the buzzer, and she knocks it down. Mike and Jay. How was that one?
It was awesome.
That was unbelievable. That gym was rocking when she hit that shot. And like I said earlier, everyone was like, what are you doing? Don't pass the ball. There's not enough time. she gets it back and buries the shot.
And she was way behind that 3-point line.
Yeah, she was in the parking lot.
We all know she's got ice in her veins. That's now for sure. We can just say that without question. And then before we wrap it up here, final thoughts. Mike, we'll start with you.
I've been mentioning it every week. Just a reminder, you still want to go to the Delaware Sports Writers and Broadcasters Association luncheon Monday at noon at the Sheraton Wilmington South. Tickets available at delasports.org, delasports.org. Come out and support some great award winners and the men and women who bring them to you, the sports writers and broadcasters like ourselves.
Absolutely, Jay.
Just the regular season for basketball ends next Wednesday, so a week from today. It's crunch time for a lot of teams as they battle to see where they end up come next Friday when the brackets will be revealed.
Absolutely. Don't miss the bracket reveal. And another reminder, the Henlopen Conference semifinals and finals will be streamed this weekend live on 302 Sports, so don't miss that. You can find more news and updates on the website at 302sports.com. Thanks again for tuning in. A special thanks to all our sponsors. They make this go. So again, thanks to all our viewers and sponsors here. But that'll do it for Nick, Mike, and Jay. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Special thanks to Milford and Smyrna, your wrestling state champs. And we'll see you again next Wednesday, 8 o'clock here on 302 Sports Weekly.